Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are chilling still. We're waiting for the Praetorian Scourge to be, useful to us. That's what we're waiting for here, and we'll see when that ends up happening. Yeah, that's right, we don't need to choose these anymore. Sure, this is saying that we're minus 5k on energy credits. I think I would have remembered that. It's probably going to change on the month tick. This Forge World requires a job, and it is one of these guys. Ugh. Okay, fine. We'll build a city district for him. Sure, I don't like it, but whatever. On this factory world, we require a job and housing. So that pretty much means, as soon as the autosave is done, an industrial district. There we go. Fantastic. And what else do we have here? This mining station requires a habitat central control. Looks good. Making our way on down here. We did just finish up colonization here, which means that we need a monument. Anytime now, game. A monument. There we go. And a gene clinic. Cool. And we need the same thing. Oh, we need a city district here as well. We also need the same thing down here, but this was a toxic world. So this is going to have to be cleared out via tile blocker, and that will take quite a long time. So we'll get that all started. And we'll also queue up a city district. There we go. We'll get those tile blockers cleared out, and that will all be good. We're getting a bunch more refugees. Fantastic. And let's see what we've got going on over here. Hello. The Parapet Initiative and the Emor's Republican Sons. Interesting. So there's a Corellian Foundation fleet down here that's actually going to lose. This is not very powerful over here. Okay. And in fact, these guys retreated, I think. So it doesn't appear that anybody is taking the Praetorian Scourge particularly seriously. We like it. So we're at minus 98 energy credits. That's a whole lot better than minus 5,000. That's for sure. We're positive on everything else, so we do need to work on some generators if we can. We'll scroll on through here and see what we've got. This Forge World actually needs a job. And honestly, I do think that putting in an energy grid here would help. That'll be approximately 20 energy credit production. And we also need to keep in mind that we need to continue to improve our situation on consumer goods, right? That is definitely needed to happen. And that's the primary reason we're low on our energy credits, to be clear. So we are going to need to work on all of that. Checking in here. Any moment now. There we go. It's very laggy. But that's to be expected with a galactic war and an invasion going on at this stage of the game. Unfortunately, that's just the way Stellaris is. It's a great game, but the late game lag, that's the worst part of this game, to be honest, is the late game lag. If they get this problem properly fixed, I know they've band-aided it a number of times, but if they get this problem properly fixed, Stellaris would definitely be my favorite Paradox game. Unfortunately, it's not fixed right now, so what would my favorite be right now? Right now, I would have to say I'm probably enjoying Vic 3 the most, actually. I like all of them, but Vic 3 is probably the one that I look forward to playing the most right now. Need to get back into the swing of things on Crusader Kings, but we'll get there soon enough. Okay, let's see who we've got needing constructions here. Hello, we're already working on that. Never mind. Okay. Here's one. This mining station. This needs a ruler, but I'm still going to put a civilian industry here. There we go. Fantastic. And what else might we need? Nothing. Sure, that makes sense. We haven't gotten a huge amount of refugee influx, so let's go ahead and back this off by about 10. Just to help out our energy credits a bit. One of our slaves was sold on the slave market for 3,500 energy credits. We have slaves? What? I thought that we banned that. Slavery is prohibited. I'm very confused. Okay. Slavery is prohibited. That shouldn't have happened. I don't know. Okay, so is anybody making any moves out over this way? The answer is no. We want to. We definitely want to, but we're waiting until we have better access. They are up in Grunthurst right now. Who's going to win this battle? This is a big battle. I think the Praetorian Scourge loses this, right? Likely. The Praetorian Scourge likely loses this. But this is definitely a really, really big battle. Gotta love those month ticks. Okay. They're doing a lot of damage, but I think they just don't have enough to deal with this fleet. Yeah, the Praetorian Scourge retreats. Okay, cool. So the Praetorian Scourge loses this battle in Grunthurst. The real question is, are these guys trying to attack down this way, or are they just going to gear? I bet they're going to gear. Yeah, I think they're coming to defend this. They did take a lot of damage from that, though. No doubt about that. We also got a refugee. That's great. As soon as the UI gets caught up. There we go. Minus 190 on the energy credits. That is certainly rough. We need to get our consumer goods situation dealt with. That's the primary issue right now. So we've got this mining station here. It needs housing. I'm actually going to put in another trade district here. That doesn't really help our current issues, but that's what we're going to do for the moment. We've got this forge world. I'm going to actually switch it over to being, if I can scroll, any moment now, game. There we go. I'm going to scroll down to the factory world, and we're going to put in a civilian industry here. Cool. What else do we need to do? That's it for now. But that should produce a few extra consumer goods. We can actually back this off by another 10, which we'll happily do. There's another pop migrating in. We love it. And I'm just keeping an eye on the Praetorian Scourge here. We're just waiting to pull that trigger. And I want to pull it so badly. But we're far better off to continue to wait. The more time we wait, the more territory the AI loses to the Praetorian Scourge, and the weaker they are, meaning the more that we can potentially get. Not that we're guaranteed to get, but we can potentially get. So that's looking good. We just got 3 additional refugees. And we need a job here. That surprises me. Yeah, this is a ruler that needs to be demoted. Fair enough. Man, I'd really like to replace one of these things. But we don't really want to replace any of them. That's the unfortunate truth here. We could certainly put in a factory arcology. Done. And we can probably swap some of that housing over to factory arcologies eventually. In fact, probably all of it. Factory arcologies are still housing positive. Corrupt administration on font of knowledge. Yeah, that's to be expected. We've got this industrial world here balanced between our alloys and our consumer goods. So we'll build an industrial district there. That will help somewhat on our consumer goods. We need to continue to stop relying on this buy order. We're going to back off by another 5. But we need to be producing a lot more. One thing we could think about doing is going into our edicts and turning on, hypothetically, improved energy initiative. That does reduce our pop consumer goods upkeep by 5%. That would put us negative in our unity. But that might be okay. So let's let this tick go by. We did just get more refugees. And we're continuing to work on balancing our economy. So here on Nokum, sure. This definitely becomes an industrial district. No doubt about that. Is that going to go? It went twice. Okay, sure. Gotta love the lag, but that's fine. Refugees have shown up here. Just checking through to see if there's anywhere else that we can work on. The answer is no, although there is this Forge World. Beautiful. We'll definitely put in civilian fabricators here, and I'm going to back this over into being an industrial world with mixed industry. That should boost up our consumer goods by a decent amount. We can back off our buy order by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 control clicks. There we go. Actually, by another one, it looks like. 6 control clicks. Excellent. Looking over here, they're only 4 systems away from us. And 4 systems away from us over here. I want to come up over this direction and see. Still a ways away from us over here, too. So the Praetorian Scourge is not something that we can really go after right now, unless we feel like the AI is going to do so. That's what it comes down to. So we're just hard chilling. Biding our time until the ideal moment to strike. Okay. We're now positive on our energy credits. That's great. We do want to continue to get more, what's the term I'm looking for? Civilian goods. We definitely want to get more civilian goods. And back off on that buy order. Eventually, I'd like to turn off our minus 5% usage. We know that that was like 50 or so in terms of the consumption there. Yeah, it would be about 50. So that would definitely be doable. Quite doable indeed. We just need to boost our consumer good production by roughly 150. That seems very viable. In theory, we could take something like this Forge World here, or even something like Gilprim, perhaps? Switch that over to an industrial world. Let's see what that does in terms of production. Let's also get a civilian wow, I cannot talk. Replicomplex there. Fantastic. And let's go through here and see what else we've got. So we could switch another one of these Forge Worlds if we wanted to. This one would do literally nothing to switch it. This one would do a little bit.
Blocker cleared.
I'm going to switch this one to a factory world. Okay. That puts us at 216. Beautiful. We're going to cancel this buy order, and we're going to cancel our... If we can scroll down here, we're going to turn off our improved energy initiative as well. That should put us positive on everything, I believe. We did get 2 more refugees. We've got this Forge World requiring a job. And if we're that positive, we're going to go with alloy megaforges. Let's see what it's like after this month tick, though. More refugees arriving. Looks good. And yeah, this looks good. Very solid. So our consumer goods production needs to continue to come up. Our alloy production, I would love to have it increase. We are maxed on our influence for now. We should spend some of that down, but we don't want to spend very much of it. So we're going to make some claims out over this direction. I'm just going to make 3 claims. We want to keep our influence count high, but not capped, is the idea here. Cool. Oh, what's going on up here? The Praetorian are going to lose this again, aren't they? I believe so. They'll do damage, but they're going to lose this. They're definitely doing damage. No doubt about that. And we like that. That's very good. That's very, very good. We're getting additional refugees, also in the category of exceptionally good. But yes, as expected, the Praetorian Scourge does in fact lose that. We need to wait for this ruler demotion. Nothing really to be done there at this moment. And let's scroll this on up and go through one more time here real quick. Did I see one up here? No, I did not. Okay. Anything else to be done here? Nope, we're just filling up all those jobs. Okay, looks good. If the Praetorian Scourge keeps throwing forces over here, they will win this eventually. These 300k fleets, I mean, they get replaced if the Scourge doesn't have a sufficient amount, based, I believe, on the number of infested worlds that they have. There have been 2 infested worlds cleansed, but they have 20 infested worlds right now. Okay, these guys are just sitting here. Looks good. Autosave going in there, I think. No, that's on the 7th month, isn't it? On July. I think so. We can definitely win against these Praetorian Scourge, though. No doubt about that. But we definitely want to let them spread out here. Once they've taken this territory over here, we're going to look to start pushing into their territory. There's a lot of fleets down over here right now. Are they just bombarding? They're all just bombarding this location with 15 pops. Why? This is such a huge waste. Okay. Whatever. How is that war progressing? Are they almost done? Well, now it's auto-saving. Okay. So how is the war going? 71. It's progressing. It's not going to end for a while. Cool. We're very glad about that. The moment they're freed up to fight the Praetorian Scourge, they're going to start trying to take over territory there. So we absolutely want to go after this, right? At that point. No doubt about that one. For the moment, though, I'm very content with this. Praetorian Scourge is taking over additional territory over here. We love it. Absolutely phenomenal. We haven't seen any additional pop income yet for a bit. That's unfortunate, but fine. Let's hop into... We don't have anything that we can expand to, right? This is a terraforming candidate. This is not within our territory, is it? I'm guessing not. These guys just arrived on Sol Prime. Cool. We will definitely put them to work. Making about 1,200 alloys per month and 112 consumer goods. So we're not going to look to expand our consumer goods for a little while here, that's for sure. We already have some expansions going in for that. Where was that? Here, this Forge World. We will definitely put in an industrial district here to create more alloys. That's looking good. Anything else in terms of alloy production that we can do? Nope, not right now. Okay. I want to check in on these guys. Equivalent across the board. Okay. And then up over here, inferior, equivalent. And the commonality of Azan's Crucible, equivalent, pathetic at this point. Kingdom of Yonderim, equivalent across the board. Looking good. Looking really good. The Praetorian Scourge, of course. We're going to tell them to run back to whatever galaxy you crawled out of.
Incoming transmission.
A commercial pact. That is a terrible deal. We decline. Okay, so we did get additional pops on this location. No, from this location. It's being orbital bombarded. Right? Right. We're definitely not, yeah, they've arrived on Ordedius Prime. That's okay. I wish that, click to select the original planet. That's kind of useless, isn't it? We're getting an additional 4 refugees in here. We're up over 3,000 population now. So that's really solid. We're going to put them to work as soon as we can, if they're not already at work. This forge world here requires nothing. It's saying it's requiring a job here, but they must have migrated. For the moment, that's fine. What else do we need? A whole lot of nothing. So all of those pops are already at work. I like it. That's looking good. Checking in on the Praethoran Scourge again. I wouldn't mind seeing them, like, repeatedly attacking gear, but they're not doing that.
We have encountered some manner of space-borne beast.
They're definitely not doing that. We can activate the Surveyor. That gives us an additional 7 trade value. I guess that's okay. And they're just chilling in Tau Ceti right now. Bombarding this location. That's a lot of fortresses. Fair enough. So that's going to take them a while to get through. Cool.
Blocker cleared.
We did get ourselves an additional refugee. Always great to see. We're at 3,020 population at this point. So if we look at, like, the Uxantitocracy, I think they're the next highest at 2336. The Karelians have an unknown number of pops. We don't actually know how many they have. The Kingdom of Yonderin has 1905. Azan's Crucible has 990. The Hanri Conquerors, 627. So realistically, we by far have the population edge. That's for sure. This Forge World apparently requires a job,
achieved.
And that's great. We're very happy about that. We'll build an industrial district. Defense platform hull points, huh? Okay, well, we are auto-choosing our tech, so that's fine. Let's see, anywhere else? Actually, this Forge World needs work. It needs housing and a job. That, of course, means an industrial district. 2 birds with 1 stone, no problem. What else do we have? This Forge World here, if I can select it. There we go. Cool. We could certainly put in... This is a planetary capital. We do need a civilian industry here. We also will require a Ministry of Production. So we'll get both of those in. I want the Ministry of Production first. There we go. Cool. So that's all looking excellent. What is this? Space amoebas. Okay. No real problem here. There's some sort of a minuscule battle going on over this way. The Praethoran Scourge wins this. Cool. So that's looking great. The Praethoran Scourge has definitely spread. And they've inhabited a number of these worlds. Hello, pause menu. I want to come down over here and take a look at their pops. Still only the 1 pop. And they don't grow pops. Okay. They have no armies. Fascinating. I'm assuming there's a special way that we have to cleanse those worlds. I don't know what that way is. Maybe we'd have to re-terraform them? But I definitely see them attacking out over here as soon as the game catches up. I want to take a look at that. They will win this, the Praethorans will. Beautiful. Absolutely great. So they're going to eliminate a huge amount of this army. And they're going to defeat this navy as well. Hello, autosave. Cool. These guys are going to retreat as soon as they can. But they are taking so much damage. Wow. We got 3 more pops. I love it. 3,024 is where we are. This looks great. We're very, very pleased. They're taking over Tau Ceti. We want them to continue to push in. I wish that they'd push in a little faster. I really do. They are cleaning out some of this territory and getting that all taken over. So as they get freed up in these locations, they will look to continue to expand. 2 more refugees coming in for us. 3,027 now. And this industrial world does require some work. We can actually probably move this back to being a forge world at this point, and we can build an industrial district. Let's see just how much that switches around our consumer goods. Yep, that's fine. Beautiful. So that is absolutely great. We don't need too much of a surplus of consumer goods. We've got this power station here, or rather, this mining station here, that is actually a trading station. I'm not sure why it's not auto-defining that, but whatever. We'll go ahead and put in a trade station, and I guess we can put in a commercial zone here. Any moment now, game. Okay, it decided to scroll all the way to the bottom there. We'll put in the commercial zone. Fantastic. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm noting this battle over here. The Praetorian Scourge may lose this, but these guys are not... Okay, they're going to lose it with these reinforcements coming in. These guys are not well-suited to fight the Praetorian Scourge, but they have the numbers. They'll take hits, but you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you, as I'm going to make these claims, a very special thank you to the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Spartan News, Unisol, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.